From the dense forests and open savannas of West Africa emerged a colossus, an empire so formidable it was called the New York of its era by European travelers. Its influence stretched for hundreds of miles, built not on stone castles, but on the thunder of hooves and the genius of its political order. This is not just the story of a kingdom. It is the epic of the Yoruba people's ambition, ingenuity, and resilience. This is the rise and fall of the Oyo Empire. Our story begins in the sacred city of Ile-Ife, the spiritual birthplace of the Yoruba people. From here, myth and history intertwine. Prince Oranmiyan, a descendant of the progenitor Oduduwa, is said to have ventured north. In the open savanna, he found a people skilled in horsemanship and founded a new dynasty at Oyo-Ile. Geography was destiny. Oyo-Ile sat in the perfect zone, open enough for cavalry, yet close enough to the forest's resources. But early on, the Oyo people faced an existential threat, the Nupe kingdom to the north. In the 16th century, Nupe invasions forced Oyo into exile. This period of humiliation forged a new Oyo. From exile, Oyo innovated. They mastered the art of cavalry on a scale unseen in the region, creating the legendary Eso Corps. They developed a sophisticated military bureaucracy. By the late 1500s, they had not only reclaimed their capital, but were poised for explosive expansion. Oyo's true genius was political. At its head was the Ile-Ife, a semi-divine king of immense spiritual power. But his power was checked by a brilliant and ultimately fatal system. The Oyo Mesi, 7 non-royal chiefs, could reject the king's orders and, in extreme cases, demand his suicide. The Ogboni cult represented the voice of the people. It was a fragile equilibrium designed to prevent tyranny. The Basoran or Bashoran was the powerful prime minister and head of the Oyo Mesi, Council of Chiefs, in the Oyo Empire. He served as the king's chief advisor, administrator, and kingmaker. The Ilari were palace officials and royal messengers. They served the king as spies, bodyguards, tax collectors, and diplomatic representatives. With its military machine and stable government, Oyo exploded onto the regional stage. It conquered the Fon kingdom of Dahomey, forcing it to pay tribute. Its influence reached the Atlantic coast, giving it direct access to European traders. To the east, it dominated the Nupe and Borg. This was the Golden Age, where Oyo controlled trade routes for salt, cloth, horses, and, tragically, human beings. Oyo's wealth was immense. It was the middleman, the powerhouse controlling the flow of goods. But in the 18th century, its economy became tied to the Atlantic slave trade. The state's demand for European guns, horses, and luxury goods to reward its elites created a vicious cycle. Military campaigns now often had a dual purpose: political control and the capture of slaves for export. The empire's very structure contained the seeds of its destruction. Powerful provincial rulers like the Onekoyi of Ikoyi grew resentful of the distant king's demands for tribute and soldiers. The empire was overstretched. In the south, Dahomey chafed under Oyo's rule. The system of control was breaking down. In the mid-1700s, a ruthless Basoran named Gaha usurped the throne, holding multiple kings as puppets. Though a king eventually defeated him, the sacred trust in the system was shattered. Then came the catalyst from the north, the Sokoto Caliphate. Their jihad swept south, preaching a new faith, Islam. A rebellious Oyo general, Afanja of Ilorin, made a fateful deal. He enlisted Fulani warriors and Muslim slaves to fight his own empire. But the power he unleashed turned against him. Ilorin became a Fulani emirate, a spear pointed at the heart of Oyo. Around 1835, the unthinkable happened. The capital, Oyo-Ile, was sacked and abandoned. The mighty lion was mortally wounded. The empire shattered, but the people endured. In a great diaspora, Oyo's survivors fled south into the forest belt. There, they founded new, powerful cities like Ibadan, a militant republic, and the new Oyo, where the Alaphanate was re-established. The cultural and political ideas of Oyo became the bedrock of modern Yoruba civilization. Oyo's legacy is global. Its religious traditions, the worship of Sango, Ogun, Obatala, crossed the Atlantic in the hearts of the enslaved, shaping cultures in Cuba, Brazil, and Trinidad. Its political concepts of checks and balances remain a subject of fascination. The ruins of Oyo Ile stand today as a UNESCO World Heritage Site nominee, a testament to a once great African superpower whose story rewrites our understanding of the pre-colonial world. The Oyo Empire rose on the savannah, built an era of unparalleled influence, and fell because of internal strife and external shocks. But its spirit was never conquered. It evolved, dispersed, and infused a people with an indelible sense of identity and grandeur. It reminds us that history is not a single story of rise and fall, but a continuous river of adaptation, memory, and enduring legacy. What other undertold empires would you like us to explore? Let us know in the comments. For further information, see The Oyo Empire by Robin Law, Yoruba Warfare in the 19th Century by J.F. Adi Ajayi and Robert Smith. See also works by Toyin Falola, Anne O'Hear, Hugh Clapperton, and Richard and John Lander. See also the UNESCO documentation on Oyo Ile, the Orisa traditions in the diaspora. If you learned something new, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more dives into history's lost giants. Thank you.